Hey everyone. I know you have to see my face second time in a row. Ugh, why do I torture my audience like this? I'm sorry. I promise you it'll be worth it. Just stay with me here. Yet again, another year has come by where we need to reorganize my shelves because it's come to a point where I can't stand looking at them anymore. And the excuse of, oh, I'm gonna save this organization for a video, that time has passed and I really need to reorganize it. Otherwise, yeah, so I'm going to show you guys the before of my room right now. Today we're just going to be mainly focusing on my K-pop album shelves, of course, and maybe some other time we'll attack other parts of my room because there's always something to do. How many videos have I done where I've had to reorganize my shelves? I don't know. I guess there's always room for improvement in this little room that I've lived in for like over 15 years and my ever-growing collection. So yeah, why don't I show you? Okay, so you see the entrance of my room and then what? So we start off with this shelf and it's like the most presentable shelf, which is why, you know, you saw it in my previous video. That's why that was the background because whoa. So this is of course the first Big Mama shelf in my room. This mainly houses BTS, NCT, EXO, 17, Stray Kids, just mainly boy groups. It was good for a second until it wasn't. There's all these decorations here because, again, for my previous video, I wanted the background to be all cute and pretty. So just ignore that. Again, I was saving this video to clean that up. But it also sparked some inspiration for me because, I mean, why don't I display the cute little K-pop stuff on the shelves, you know? So yeah, I also did some experimenting here. You can see those two 17 albums sticking out like that. That'll be a little hint to a new technique I'm gonna try out for this organization video. But yeah, as you can see, I'm like sticking albums up there because I have no space. Just shoving things here and there. Nothing too crazy. The top is also like a little unorganized. It's kind of Tetris-y, but we move on to my next shelf, which is here. This is a little baby shelf, and why is twice there? I have no idea. Maybe because I don't have room on the girl group shelf, but all these groups have been doing these big ass box packaging and I have no space to put anything. Little Nemo platform shelf is just, what is even happening? I just shove things in there at this point. You don't even want to see what's behind this, like, And yeah, this definitely needs to be organized. I hope I'm able to find a better solution to this. And then the SM mini shelf, nothing really changes. I just add stuff on there. It's obviously not the neatest, but there's still some space. It's still holding on, you know? I've even had to shove like other random albums up here and whatnot. Gosh, I don't know if I want to use this as an album shelf. And then the second Big Mama shelf right here, which is pretty much where all of the girl groups live. And because I have so many girl group things and there's only one shelf for it, it's becoming very, very stuffed. Again, I'm just like throwing shit, and I'm even just throwing shit on top right there, just in a little pile. If you're wondering where I put my Zero Base One Solar albums, they're up there too. A lot of this needs to be reorganized. Not touching the vinyl shelf because it's still pretty much the same. It's just, yeah. And then, oh, this is my corner of, yeah, just don't address that. That's where I go to not deal with my problems. But yes, this little shelf, of course, is dedicated to my jewel cases, my digipacks, the Kinos, the smaller things. And there's two other collections down there that we might need to adjust. I don't know. So that's the current state of my shelves and my room. Just ignore every other part of my room because, again, this video is just going to be dedicated to these shelves, all right? So I guess there's nothing else to say except let's get this done, and hopefully we can get this done everything by tonight. Honestly, I just want to finish this in one go. Okay, so typically when I film these types of videos, I would basically just take everything out and then put everything in one by one. But honestly, I kind of want to take a different approach today, not because I'm lazy or anything like that. I think the last video I did reorganize and readjust the shelf lengths and stuff like that so that it fits these sizes specifically, and there's nothing really wrong with that. A lot of the albums stay like consistently sized nowadays, so I feel like these sizes are pretty good. There's also no expansion happening today. I'm not like getting a new shelf or expanding it because like I literally can't. I think I reached the absolute maximum for that. So I think today's technique, I'm just gonna go ahead and adjust these shelves one by one. I'm pretty much just gonna like keep most of these albums where they are, just like readjust them. And as I was mentioning earlier, I was trying a new technique here because I kind of got inspiration from working at a K-pop store when we like stock albums on the shelves and organize it and stuff like that. I have obviously ran out of horizontal space, and I've also accepted the fact that I can't display everything. Some things are just gonna have to be like hidden or whatever. And I've also tried taking advantage of like vertical space, like stacking albums this way and stuff like that. But I thought, what's the only other direction to go? Forward. So I'm gonna try and take advantage of this forward space. So that's what I was kind of doing here. Like obviously there's like you can see there's albums like hidden here. There's like FML albums. All these 17 albums are the same size. And so again, like not even the spine is gonna show, but again, for the sake of my room space and shelf space situation, I can't do anything else, and some things are just going to be like hidden, but at least they're going to be in there. Yeah, I think that would be kind of fun to try out, just take advantage of this forward space. And again, like I have a bunch of these little trinkets and stuff. I usually would display all my trinkets and whatever on like those shelves over there above my desk, but I mean, if they're associated with a group like 17 or NCT, for example, might as well like put it on display on here too. So I'm hoping that works, because if not, then this video is going to be a lot more delayed than I would want it to be. But okay, I guess we will start from the top. Hi, this is the highest my tripod goes, so don't mind the awkward angle. Oh my god, I look like a thumb. A lot of these are like thin photo books, so hopefully it'll stay well. I might have to, oh, you know what I was thinking about getting? I was thinking about getting like these like little like magazine or like book holders, but I forgot to get those. That would really help. Well, checking in. Take two, because I filmed the entire first check-in in slow-mo. So anyways, time to repeat exactly what I said before. I'd say we're making pretty decent progress. I mean, things are happening, so that's a good sign, right? That's always a good sign. If we go up here, that's the first two shelves. I consider this success in terms of like room to grow, because where I put the trinkets, for example, that's mainly just there for decoration. And if I really need this space, then I could just remove those and add the albums. So you see that big gap there? I'd say that's room to grow. And even a little bit of room to grow in the forward area. Like I can always put stuff behind or in front of this. The only gripe is, of course, I need stuff to secure these albums that are on display, because one shake and it's over. This is also pretty decent. You know, we have little gaps here. It's really hard to work with these albums that have a like significantly different size album packaging. Like these mother effing Ataka albums. My god, more like a talk nah. Moving right along, these two shelves I had to get a little bit more creative. I added a lot more little elements and trinkets and stuff. I even added this cute little Felix photo card as a little display in this in life album. I even was able to add my Rise collection back in here. It was once banished or laid off, I guess, from this shelf, but now it's back. It's hired. Welcome. And look at all this. I can fit my entire hand here. An entire hand's worth of albums can fit in here if needed. But for now, little trinkets are sprinkled in there. This is also a pretty consistently nice shelf. I had to hide my imperfections with signed albums And this Vernon cat doll is kind of working overtime. It's gonna get a little buccal fat removal surgery after this, but you know what, it's fine. It's holding the house down. Anyways, now we're gonna move on to the rest of this, and this is taking a lot longer and a little more effort than I anticipated, but it's fine. It's only 9 p.m. I have the entire night ahead of me. Okay, this better not be in slow motion. Okay, it's not. Finally finished this shelf. I don't even know how long this took because I time-lapsed everything, so can't keep track of time there. But as you can see, I did some adjustments at the top. I decided to put all my light sticks there, what light sticks I do have left. So that's my current light stick collection, plus the woods one, which will probably move here someday, but that's when I deal with those shelves and yada yada yada. And yeah, I did some minor adjustments as well to the other shelves, but of course more details will be detailed later. Now we're just going to move on to these two shelves. Honestly, I don't know if I should even attack this shelf. I guess I could just do some general reorganization, but for the most part, nothing too crazy, you know, since for the most part I just like shove things in there. There's always a bunch of space. Probably just do a little cleanup sesh there later towards the end, but now I'm going to try and attack this shelf now. I'm really hoping that there is enough room because I was literally considering moving like one group from there to here, like in Hypen or TXT, and then I decided to put my Super M albums down there. And also I still have a lot of space technically, but I mean NCT is also a collection that's probably going to grow a lot more than other collections, so I just thought I would try like something here first, you know, so let's try that. Okay, y'all, I can't believe I made this work. And again, there is plenty of room to grow if I do say so myself, except for this, but we'll get more into that later. I also figured out a really good system for this, which I again will get into later as well. I'm very excited. Wow, love it. So now that this is done, it's time to approach. I feel like this is going to be the most difficult thing to deal with because again, there's just so many albums here from different groups. I don't even know how I manage, you know, I mean, clearly it's spilling out, but I have hope, you guys. I have hope. I have already started using the forward space method, as you can see with some of the albums there. Is there gonna be forward space? I hope so. Like you can see, there's not really much, but we will try and pray. Yo, we are so close to finishing. We literally just have this, which I'm gonna do super quickly. It is pretty difficult to film this area, so where's the space? Skinny. Yeah, I kind of already did the bottom because I decided to move a part of my woods collection over there since I had actually so much space left. So I just adjusted the bottom a little. Also, ZB1 is probably going to be a collection that's going to grow a lot, so might as well make a little more space for them. But clearly this is just kind of a mess, so let's just tidy it up.
Alright, you guys, it was long, it was difficult, it was time consuming, it was strenuous, but
we finished! When I say A, you say yeah. A, yeah, A, yeah. When I say finish, you say yay, finished. Okay, so it's time for the official shelf tour. I am calling this a shelf tour because I am not cleaning up my room right now. Also, like, the rest of my room is just kind of a mess. It's not prepared at all. That's for another day, but today I'm just gonna be focusing, of course, on the shelves that I just reorganized. It took 3 to 4 hours. Dang, time flies, but who's ready to see? A 5, 6, 7, 8, ba-bam! 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 And ba-bam! Okay, so we're gonna play a game called Ignore Every Other Part of My Room and just focus on the shelves. I'm aware it's not the cleanest and most organized. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the finale, the shelf tour. Oh my god, I can't believe the moment is here. All right, starting off, we have Big Mama Shelf number 1, full of boy groups. Again, this houses NCT, EXO, Stray Kids, and 17. Let's get into this. At the top, we have my current light stick collection, excluding the Woods one. But yeah, I'm not much of like a light stick collector anymore, so these are just all I'm keeping at the moment. Plus that BTS photo book is just up there just to fill up some space. But this probably looks a lot better than all the other stuff that was up there. But then we move right along to, I guess I'll do 2 shelves at a time. So at the top we have big NCT photo books. I also put my NCT light stick up there on display with a cute little Mark doll from the Commas merch. Yeah, again, I'll have to get little holders or stabilizers so that those 2 albums on display don't fall. Yeah, I made sure to choose like really cute aesthetic looking albums, even though my room in general is just not aesthetic. I guess I kind of went for like black and whitish, you know, like mainly white because white goes with everything. Moving right along though, the second shelf is the 17 shelf. I did add the 2 cute plushies over here. Just, it kind of adds to, you know, the 17 is right here vibe, like very homey. I had these too many light stick earrings, so I just put it there for now. Kind of looks interesting. But yeah, and then I also have, you know, the big Stray Kids photo books when they used to do this packaging, and then covered it with my, oh my god, this is upside down. That's awkward. What do you mean? No, it was like this the whole time, right? So yeah, that's my like full group signed Yellowwood album. And then we move along to these 2 shelves. We have Stray Kids, Rise, and 17. Again, I have, these are like the smaller size, kind of like their standard size. I put a cute little Felix photo card. It's like a little photo frame. Fun fact, I actually did this on like an Instagram post like years ago. It's still up on my Instagram actually, but I thought I would bring it back. Cute little way to display an album. A photo card. And then I really like the artwork for the Hop album, so I put it on full display. And I also added my signed Stray Kids albums from albums, fuck. Photo cards from Accident Era, they are like framed on my pegboard, so I just put them here instead. And then my little Rise corner, I do have one 80s album right there. It's signed by Mingy, so I just kept it there. These are my Rise albums. I did also add the photo packs as, I guess, display or whatever, just add a little dimension. And then these are the little trinkets I added. This Hirono is obviously not like officially Rise related, but I just think it looks so much like Sohee. Like, does this not give Sohee? So I had to include it there. Yeah. Also, I just added that little froggy thing. I don't know. It's a cute little vibe. And then this little section over here is all of my smaller 17 albums. I added my 2 signed albums for display, plus again, this little Sector 17 cats that's in the process of buccal fat removal since it's going to be squished like that for a long time. Okay, and then down here we move to the EXO N17. Oh, wait. Bro, I cannot talk, you guys. EXO and NCT. So up here we have the smaller things. I condensed the EXO square albums into like one section. And then I also kind of did that with the NCT ones. These are like the longer horizontal albums that I added there. Decided to do this, like make the Dream Minis a little display thing, and I added my commas cakes there. Again, this is just going to be kind of temporary. If I need the space, I can just, switch this up. This is just to fill the space in the meantime. So yeah, this method actually gave me so much more room, as you can see. Like, obviously I added things on display just to fill up the space now and decorate it, but if needed, it can always be adjusted, which is good. And then this shelf, I have Wavy. I also have back there the group NCT albums, and then I really like this cover, the 10, solo debut. It looks so cool, and also it's just really long, so it's kind of hard to store it in my shelf, so I just made it like a really cool display poster vibe. My little Cheetah Lee, and then just some figurines there. And then the last 2 shelves. Okay, I'm just gonna address this real quick. I didn't do much. I just put my social club photo books there. But besides that, I didn't really want to do this method for like Giants photo books or something like that. This is fine anyways. And again, there's room there if I ever buy another big photo book. So this is pretty much the same, but this shelf, I added my Super M albums over there in that corner, and then these sized NCT albums, as you can see, my little plushies, my Mark plush key rings, and then this is my brand new NCT Wish corner because I am starting to collect some of their things. Finally hopped on that, so I just have their Steady albums, and then the Wichu plush. I just added green elements to this area. So overall, I think the shelf is really cute. Again, I added a lot of things to it, and there's a lot more room, which is great. Okay, ignore. Then we move on to here. Just super quick, this is where I put all my SM minis and like Starship platforms because they do the same formats. I did this, I think, in my last organization video, so you can check that out. But I basically just used like, not even IKEA, I used Dollar Tree pegboard stuff because it's smaller and really affordable, of course. And then I added these clear bins at the bottom. So my SM Mini collection is obviously very slow because I only get like 1 per release, so there's still a lot more room, thankfully. I know IVE is having a comeback, so that will be added there. Now we have my BTS, Nemo, ENHYPEN, and TXT shelf. I achieved my goal of squeezing all my BTS items into one shelf because before it like spilled down, but I managed to fit every single thing down here. The only thing that's not here technically is my V layover albums, but I kind of use it as like a decorative piece. So yeah, besides that, everything does fit. Like even the Weavers albums I put over here instead of down here, even though I technically can put it there. I just put it up here for now as a little display. It's not like super cute and aesthetic, but I mean, it still works. I have like Proof albums on display. I have a little Army Bomb keyring and all the Love Yourself series just in one big stack. That's the thing that takes up the most space, so that was definitely useful. And then my brand new and improved Nemo, Weavers, platform, whatever shelf. So the way this works, okay, how can I do this with like one hand? So in the fronts we have all of these like box related packaging, the cute ones on display, of course, no offense to the other ones. As you can see, these are actually my clear bookends that I had that I used to use, but now it's multifunctional as a backboard, so this doesn't get pushed back, and B, if I ever need to store some things, I mean, well, I do have to like take a chunk out. Anyways, this is my system. So I can literally just like pull it out and, oh, well, that's not a great example. Fuck. I mean, again, I'm doing this with one hand while filming. So, but I kind of did organize it in the back by like sections. So you can see there's like all the flatter albums like polkas, weavers and stuff. And then there's more like box stuff in the back. There's like the tin cases. Anytime I need to put stuff back here, I can just take out the corresponding section. Oh my god, I'm filming this terribly. Don't mind me, y'all. Sorry. I could just like take out the section that I need and then put it away and then easily put it back. So again, I could just do that whenever, whatever. Obviously the con is that I have to like take this entire section out, but it's fine. It's all boxes, so it's really simple. And again, I have this backboard, so it's always neat and organized. So love that new system. Can't believe I didn't think of it until now, but new and improved. But moving right along, we have my n-hyphen and txt sections. Again, there's like nothing behind this technically, so that's also some room to grow. I have my signed orange blood postcards. Yeah, like the smaller albums go up here since the shelf is smaller, and then these are like the bigger albums. And I'm so glad because I was actually struggling before to like put all the albums together, but now I have extra space, so yay, worked out in my favor. Okay, now the biggest challenge, which was the girl group shelf. I mean, again, I managed to somehow make so much excess space. Like these two shelves, I'll get into that, but there's a lot of room down there. On the top is a lot more organized. I did put all of like my bigger photo books and like merch items. As you can see, I displayed like the Whiplash and the balaclava, the FE304 break plush, all that. And then this top shelf, it was kind of hard to do because like I have so many large photo books, and especially these dang house suite albums, they take up so much space. It's actually a lot more compact to store it like this than like flat like that. So I just kept it that way. I just made that stack facing forward with Taeyeon's INVU limited photo book on display. So not much change up there. We get into these shelves now. So this shelf is like my Twice and again, a bunch of girl groups. I put the Eve and Nayeon albums on display, plus my fan sign and mix album. It's kind of ugly, like this setup, honestly. Not the most aesthetic, but I did what I had to do, okay? So, and then over here we have these two smaller shelves. So we have all of my Red Velvet square or like small sized albums, plus a Misamo one there, but they take up all the space. And then down here I put more like square sized albums. We have this aespa case, my Supernatural albums, and these are actually Born Pink albums. I just put them sideways like that so they fit. Definitely more like boxy packaging. Yeah. And then these two are just regular, I guess, smaller sized photo books / boxes. I finally fit my strategy albums. There's one in the back there, but yeah, again, this can be adjusted. So I have space there, and then I can just switch things if I need to. And then over here, we have a lot more like smaller size photo books. Again, I did end up moving some of my Woods albums here, so it's not like full girl group, but you know what? He's for the girls, okay, y'all? He's for the girls, I swear. So yeah, I have all my smaller digipacks, some signed albums. I put my World zine on display because it's so cute, along with the teddy bear standee. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty decent. And then this shelf is like square size boxes and whatnot. Take a good look. And then the Woods album on display here. Oh, this photo is so cute. I actually really like it. And then down here, this shelf, clearly there's so much space. It was kind of a struggle to think of what to do because I had a lot of space, but I didn't know how to leave it. So this is the way it is. So I put the Cosme doll there, my Crazy in Love albums, and yeah, just like there's a lot of space there. So that's good. Hopefully I get more smaller sized albums to fit in there. And then down here I have all of my Le Sserafim albums, since they're literally all the same size and they all fit perfect. My Blackpink solo albums, except for Jennie, because Jennie's doesn't fit there. And then I ended up having to put my Rosie albums on my vinyl shelf because they don't fit like anywhere here. They're so big, so they're like the size of a vinyl, so whatever. And then my New Jeans bags, Blackpink lightstick earring. Again, I somehow managed to find like room plus like room to grow. So this method is amazing. And then really quickly, I'll show my vinyl shelf because I know a lot of people are curious about my vinyl collection and whatnot. This is my current setup. So at the top here, this is the turntable. This is what it is. This is the turntable that I use. It's the Audio-Technica AT-LP60XBT. I got this from Best Buy, I think, but they sell this literally like everywhere, like Target. I'm pretty sure Barnes & Noble, Urban Outfitters, Amazon, Best Buy, like they sell it at a lot of places. So, and then I have a cassette tape player, my cassettes, a vinyl tape dispenser, speaker, 8-ball, very on brand, my cute little display, my little Hirono, and yeah, that's what's going on at the top. And then of course my actual vinyl records. I think I might do an updated record collection video. I know I did one on my second channel like 2 years ago, but I did technically post like an update on the vinyl I collected in 2024. It's a YouTube short, so watch it. And then finally we have this shelf over here. I just did like minor tweaks to it basically, so I just formatted it better. Like I put my digipacks here, the flatter like poster ones, jewel cases, more jewel cases, more jewel cases. This is like an NCT dedicated shelf since I have so much NCT stuff. I just put all their stuff here. And then up here we have, you know, like compact Le Sserafim albums. I put a Mingy digipack on display. Up there, these are like some random signed albums I have, and then 2 shoebox sized albums. But yeah, some of it's like organized by artists too, you can kind of see, but besides that, mainly by format. And then we have my 3 Kino shelves, my bad. We have all of my NCT ones. Thankfully they don't do these anymore. And then just random Kinos I have from other artists, you know, 17 has a bunch. And then the bottom 2 shelves, we have my ZB1 collection, some of the Woods collection since they didn't fit in the other shelf, and just like miscellaneous albums. So we have like SMCU, X1, because Woods was in X1, a bunch of digibacks, and yeah, but that is pretty much everything. All right, I'm doing this outro on the dang floor because that's the vibe right now. Bro, I don't know what's going on with my hair today, but fuck it, I'm putting on a hat for this outro because I genuinely cannot deal with this right now. But anyways, that was the 2025 edition shelf reorganization video. Hopefully this video was good. Girl, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and maybe you guys got some inspiration. Maybe if you guys are running out of space or want to be more space effective, try this method. I mean, clearly it works. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.